August 25th, 2013. Trying to adjust this seat. Gordon went out and we bought a new computer chair. Picked up at the discount variety store. Last week when I was off, there was supposed to be a half price day at not Savers, but a unique thrift store. And we have this card that gives us more of a discount. And found out that once we got there, it was only half price on summer clothing. So went ahead and bought some shirts. One I'm wearing now, nice, comfortable summer shirt. But seen this chair, and at least it was 25% off, so it was a good deal for under $10. So a nice computer chair with arms, but it's got so many adjustments, not only on the back and up and down, and the back and stiffness of the seat, and boy, it was really pushing me forward. But I got that straightened up. He didn't particularly care for it, so he moved it over here and took his old chair back. I need some adjustment. It's got a couple of loose screws here and there, but nothing that I can't tip it up and get them adjusted up. But nice to have a chair here besides having just the kitchen hardwooded kitchen chair sitting here for the last couple of years, or actually the last year since I've had my desk here. Picked up this little roller. It's the old roller type, that you can pull. It slides the front down. It used to be like just a regular writing, kind of a writing table type desk. It's not really what you call a computer desk, but my laptop fits on here just fine, and it has a drawer, and that's about all I need. But I was thinking, I was playing some Beatles song. I was flipping through something or another, and the Beatles came up. I looked up, and then the one Red album. I think it was their collection of hits from '67 to '70. I remember having it was either the red one or the blue one. I have to look because I've seen the blue one there, but this was like the remastered version of that. And I remember playing it quite often, and I had quite a few songs on there. Penny Lane, and the one I'm going to play at the end is Sgt. Pepper's, and that I was listening to it as I was finishing up, tapping in my notes and closing up, and then all the power went off. One of the circuit breakers went off, so we had circuit breakers down in TJ's room, so we have to go down there into the closet and get it, figure out what was tripping the circuit breaker, and I didn't get that fixed either. But there was a night light. We have a night light in our room that is over in the corner that plugs in, and the on-off switch has one of those roller switches that you can click it on, click it off. Went out, and I cut it off and just taped the ends together so you could just plug it in and go on, plug it, unplug it. But evidently I didn't get the tape thick enough, and over it's been a couple of months, I'm going to say, but over the last couple of months, then it finally heated up to a point that the wires are making some type of contact. As soon as you plug it in, it flips the circuit breaker. So I'm going to have to, as I told Gordon, he's going to replace it. And then once I remembered that, I did tape it up, then probably just going to have to open it back up and check it. But that's the way the circuit breaker is supposed to work. If there's a short or a ground in the system somewhere, it flips the thing and stops it from shorting and starting a fire and becoming an electrical hazard. So safety procedures, safety mechanisms are stuck into the system to protect the consumer, and it's nice that, like in that instance, that they work, and because people would do the strangest things. You get into some of these homes and they have these power strips, and they have like 15 things plugged into them, or they have one of these little funny adapters that fit onto the wall, and then they got cords coming out of all different angles. and just wondering how they work. Because I remember, when we was wiring houses back in like this house is here that I was wiring up houses when I was building new houses back in '79 and '80, and we put at that time we just put electrical was designed to go about every 6 feet because they figured with every 6 feet you have a electrical connection. All right, and what is it? It's actually just 12 feet distance because usually there's 6 feet extension cords. So your cord, whatever you have plugs in, will reach that 3 feet. So it might be 6 feet apart. Either way, it's been too long, but it's just there's more electrical devices now plugged in. It's like I got a power strip in the closet here that runs. We got to have the modem. Before we had the modem, we had two modems: a phone modem and an internet modem, and then a router on top of that. And combine those two, so there's only a couple of things plugged in. It's reached around the corner with an extension cord going into the closet, and there's one over here inside the desk. I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even though it's a two-prong electrical plug, I got one of those six bangers plugged into it, and 5 things running off of it. So yeah, it's electrical age. There's more things. I mean, even the kitchens have got to make everything's electrical and plugs in. We're not too bad. The microwave's across the room and has its own thing, but I got the TV plugged in there too. So, but on the counter is just my coffee maker, and then and the laptop. So there's a computer plugged in, a couple of things plugged in there, and then on the other side is the toaster, of course, and if I ever need, I had to put one of those 6 bangers in the kitchen there, because every time you want to get out the mixer and mix up something, then you need an extra plug-in, and it's just not one to be had. So, yeah, I think they're designing, they're designing the houses. We'll get into these houses, and they design, not only they're running electrical to every room, that they're running cable and Ethernet phone type of jack, because this customer the other day wanted the Ethernet in his one of the rooms upstairs. He wanted to put the internet and stuff down in the main junction box where all the cable comes in, and then just pipe up the Ethernet connection to whichever room that he was up at the office in. And I had to rewire. Had the wire ran, and it ran for phone, so I had to splice in and put a internet type of luckily Ethernet cable connection on the connection downstairs to get it to work. But luckily I learned that through Comcast here. Not necessarily Comcast taught me, but I knew there was a couple of students or other co-workers that knew how to splice and make Ethernet cables. And I had them, when we was in classes, I had them sit down and show me how to do that, because I figured that was a valuable thing to know, to be able to make your own connections, because I've used that throughout the few years, and I hadn't done that this year yet. So that was the first time this year. So it's like one of those things that you don't do it a lot, and then you can almost need to really think about how they're made, because they're made a certain way. I know I had to put them all through our place here, because we have Gordon's computer is running off of the modem. The computer in the front room that Tross uses for his gaming and school work is running off cable run all the way here. I remember when Judy was downstairs and had her computer in that room, in TJ's room now, that we ran a cable down all the way down there. We ran one downstairs where the office originally was, directly below this room downstairs, and have a cable running down there. And also I have one running to TV down there. This computer sitting by TV downstairs. And we was actually trying to get that up and going today. I had some extra time, and Gordon got a new computer here in his room, a newer one, newer quiet. And this one was moved down to the den. I guess it's called the den. So we can pull up internet on that big screen TV. And I was loading in one of my games, and this wasn't loading in properly, but there's just internet connections all over this house. Not only just the wireless connections like I'm doing right now. This is all wireless, and I just move this to the kitchen. And this is mainly my computer. Is this laptop that I'm using, this Toshiba. But anyway, I got sidetracked there. I was going to talk about Sergeant Pepper. The song I'm going to play is from 1967, Beatles song. Now, in 1978, it seems like whenever I do this research, it seems like 1978 comes up a lot. But in 1978, there was a movie that came out. It was a musical, kind of a movie musical called Sergeant Pepper. It's a Lonely Heart Club Band. And they had quite a few artists participate and be in that. I was looking at the history. They was talking to the guy who did Saturday Night Fever. Had some relations with the Bee Gees and stuff. And he put this movie together and asked all these artists to come and be in it. Peter Frampton, I think the the actors were the Bee Gees, the three Bee Gees, and Peter Frampton, the four Sgt. Pepper's band. But they had many other artists that were in there. I was going through the list. I'm going to read some of these to you because some of the names are very, very familiar. Peter Allen, Curtis Mayfield, Keith Allison, cousin Bruce Merle, George Benson, Peter Noon, Elvin Bishop. All these musical artists of the time and the day. Alan O'Day, Stephen Bishop, Lee Oscar, Jay Bruce, the Pearly Brothers, Keith Carradine, Robert Palmer, Carol Channing, Wilson Pickett, I don't know who that is, Charlotte Sharon, Anita Pointer, Jim Dandy, Bonnie Raitt, Sarah Dash, Helen Reddy, Rick Derringer, Minnie Rippington, Barbara Dixon, Cheetah Rivera, Donovan, Johnny Rivers, Randy Ellison, Yolanda Elena, Jose Feliciano, that was, Shanana, Leif Garrett, Del Shannon, there's Gerardo Granger, who it is, Joe Simon, Seals and Cross, Billy Harper, Connie Stevens, Eddie Harris, Al Stewart, Hart, John Stewart, somebody by the name of Hendricks, Tina Turner, Barry Humphries, Frankie Valli, Etta James, Juan Verdon, Dr. John, Bruce Johnson, Grover Washington, Hank Williams Jr., Johnny Winter, Wolfman Jack, Marcy Levy, Bobby Womack, Mark Lindsay, Alan White, Neil Lawson, Lenny White, Jackie, somebody another, Margaret Whiting, and Gary Wright. I remember Aerosmith playing because they were one of my number one bands, and they did that guest appearance and did a live song on there. So I remember that distinctly. Even though the movie wasn't a really box office hit, it grossed over 20 million. So they didn't lose any money. But it was just one of those things. I think with musicals are never really do well as far as Grammy nominations and stuff. I was thinking the last musical I seen that was interesting was Chicago. I think just the visuals and the sounds they put into it. The clips, I haven't seen the thing all the way through, but and some of the songs they played really make it for interesting viewing, entertainment. and it's nice that you can get artists all together and make a show like that. It's kind of interesting. I'll have to go back and see if I can find that and watch it, because I am a big Beatles fan. So I'm going to, 15 minutes here. I'm going to close this out. But this one's dedicated to Beatles that have come and gone. But definitely music that I listen to. I know they split up long before I was listening to music, but I remember when Paul McCartney went solo with his band Wings, and I know they'd never come to Oklahoma, but I remember one of their tours sending off and getting some one of the programs and a T-shirt, Wings Over America. That was a big thing for me. I remember it well. Even though I couldn't go to the concert, I had to get some type of memorabilia for the concert. But here we go, Sgt. Pepper's from 1967, the Beatles. And that's about all it plays. There we go. No more. Sorry. Let's try this again. Oh, it's a different one. Like I said, the power went off, so I lost my place. Try this again. There we go. Got it. August 25th, 2013. 1967.